I'm sorry. And I know sorry is not enough, but I'm sorry, it's all I have. And I'm sorry I can't apologize on behalf of anyone but the man that I am. I'm sorry for my failures, my inadequacies, which unfortunately I do not always see because I have this bad habit of speaking before my tongue asks my brain to proceed, so please forgive me. I will make mistakes until the day I cease to breathe, and you will find many more if you make it your mission to seek, so please do not hold them against me. Instead, make excuses for me, and if you see something wrong with me, then please advise me privately. I am nowhere near perfect. In fact, I am perfectly incomplete, inconsistent with my purpose, carrying my own worth of bad deeds. I used to be in love with conflicts, ready for anyone to step to me. Had an attitude of ingratitude, a straight rude boy recipe. You can catch me on the corner, posted up, being deceived. I wanted to be a bad boy until I saw bad men deceive. Rest in peace. To my ego, every time I put my head to the floor in complete humiliation, I seek salvation from the most forgiving Lord. I'm sorry to my mother, who I sometimes wouldn't kiss. Days and weeks would pass by and I wouldn't even remember this gift of life she sacrificed. Stretch marks and teeth bites, gray hairs over the years to see that things ain't black and white, but such is life. My father went to war twice. Once back home, the other time to get me out the street life. Stand and salute thug life, soldiers in a never-ending fight, costing casualties of colored boys like toys, chasing this worldly life. Now I'm sorry to see mothers in the masjid begging the imam to intercede. Her baby has become a monster, treating her like a slave. Please, brother, talk to my son. But sister, I don't know what to say to a man who doesn't respect his own mother. These are signs of the final day. What a shame. I'm sorry to say that most of our youth really have no reasons to complain, because while they're dying for the latest style, some people are dying for another day. But we could have been they, and they could have been in our place. Allah is testing everyone from the scales we can't escape. So why is it that we are too scared to give for his sake? It's like we don't believe in the promise of Allah, even though he gives and he takes. We collect interest for dunya homes like we have no interest in Jannah's gates. We can debate until we are blue in the face, but just look at this ummah state. I'm sorry. To my sisters in Burma, we were unable to come to your aid. They told us that you were tied up and gang raped, but we were too busy watching commercial breaks. Reality TV has got nothing on the reality that they see. Palestinian children throwing full-grown rocks in 3D. I'm sorry that we are weak, unable to even speak. And I'm truly sorry about what happened on 9/11, but it had absolutely nothing to do with me. That Islam you see on TV does not represent me. I'm too busy waging jihad against myself. My own nafs are my enemy. I'm sorry that Muslims and Muslim lands do not represent Islam. This religion is perfect, but we, on the other hand, I'm sorry for pointing fingers. I forgot the rest were pointing back at me. And I'm sorry that I look for faults in you the same way I told you not to look for in me. I'm sorry to anybody who has ever looked for inspiration through me. I'm a sinner and a fraud. Only Allah knows about my deeds. If sins had an odor, I doubt any of you would come next to me. On the contrary, you would flee. So please forgive me, my bad. I know some of you might not agree with how I move. Maybe this poetry thing ain't for for you, and if it's not, hey, that's cool. Just do not speak ill of me whilst I'm not in the room, because I don't mind taking your good deeds if they don't mean that much to you. I promise you it's the truth, so please forgive me in advance. Ya Allah, I know I have wronged myself, but please give me another chance. And to anyone whom I've abused, grant them ease to all their sorrows, because if we can't even forgive each other today, how can we expect to be forgiven tomorrow? You know, sometimes I wonder about Joseph and his brothers, the amount of pain they put him through, all the years he had to suffer. But look at this man, Yusuf alayhi salam. What did he say when their places had changed? No blame on you this day. Subhanallah. Could any of us ever do the same? Forgiving is not forgetting, it's just letting go of the pain. We hold grudges like guns, somehow always quick to aim and blame everybody else. But what difference does it make? Because nothing will change until we decide to change the condition of ourselves, regardless of who's to blame. So forgive me if I'm late, but let me just be the first to say, I'm sorry, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us all for our mistakes.